Vairagya Vidya Nija Bhakti Yoga Siksharthameka Purusha Purana Shri Krishna Chaitanya Sharira Dhari Kripam Buddhirya Tamaham Prapadye Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langate Girim Yat Kripatam Ham Bande Shri Guru Dinataranam Vancha Kalpatarubhascha Kripa Sindhu Vevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimad Bhakti Swarupaya Govinditi Namine Gauravani Pracharine Paratattva Prakashine Siddhama Bhakti Hare Krishna. So we continue our study of Srimad Bhagavatam. Our every practice of Krishna consciousness, whatever we do in our life, in the practice of Krishna consciousness overall, it should be very much in line with the teachings of Mahaprabhu, with the teachings of Srila Rupa Goswami, and which is exactly the teachings given to us by Srila Prabhupada. Mahaprabhu's teachings is what for us to imbibe in our life, create a mood in our practice of Krishna consciousness. Aradhya Bhagavan Brajes Tanayas Tad Dhama Vrindavanam. Whose Aradhana we do? Aradhya Bhagavan Brajes Tanayas. Now, in this Udgar, in this expression, Krishna's name is not mentioned or any other name as such. Aradhya Bhagavan Brajes Tanayas. But what is mentioned? Brajendra Nandan. Tanayas, the body, who is the son of Nanda Baba, Brajendra Nandan. His Aradhana we do. His worship and love we do. Aradhya Bhagwan Brajesa Tanayas Tad Dhama Vrindavanam. Ramya Kachit Upasana Vrajavadu Vargena Ya Kalpita. Also the mood and the manner, who are our lead, the gopis of Vrindavan, we understand. The mood and manner in which they worship Lord Shri Krishna. Ramya Kachit Upasana Vrajavadu Vargena Ya Kalpita. Srimad Bhagavatam Pramanam Amalam Prema Pumartho Mahan. What literature do we follow? What Shastra? Srimad Bhagavatam. Spotless Puran. Pramanam Amalam. What does it give? What is our destination? What is our purpose? What is our provision? Prema Pumartho Mahan. What is it we are wanting to attain? Krishna Prem. The highest achievement possible for a living entity. Krishna Prem. And this definition of Krishna Prem, Mahaprabhu fully exposed it to us. Through Chaitanya Charitamrita, Mahaprabhu brought in our lives. Prema Pumartho Mahan. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhur Matamidam Tatra Paro Nadara. This is the opinion or say the desire of Mahaprabhu. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhur Matamidam. Whatever is his mat, his desire, his opinion, that should be our focus altogether. And we have to dovetail our desire completely in line with Mahaprabhu's desire. So I pray that I become the first listener, I be the first listener of this message of Mahaprabhu. Pray that I ever remain a student of Srimad Bhagavatam. Pray that I ever remain loyal and chaste to the purports of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada's purports are revolutionary altogether. Prabhupada's purports are his deep meditation and realizations, transcendental realizations for our ultimate benefit, for the ultimate benefit of humanity. And pray for the blessings of the assembled Vaishnavas. We study Srimad Bhagavatam. Now, as this pastime is happening, and again revolutionary purport, the dialogue Parikshit Maharaj is having with Bull, and seeing the translation and purport, fascinating. What would we say is the most powerful force in this universe? The most powerful strength, force?
Divine love.
Divine love?
Time.
Time? Time, divine love. Yes, true. Divine love is the bond we want to be connected with. Time is a very powerful force, the most but something even for the saturation of the soul, our consciousness has to go beyond the definition or realm or understanding of time, say. The most powerful force in this universe or outside of this universe, any universe?
Desire.
What?
Desire.
Desire of the Lord. Is the desire of the Lord. Everything comes under the desire of the Lord. Hari Icha Baliyasi. Whatever the Lord desires is going to happen. It's going to happen. Everything is under the desire of the Lord. Now look at Prabhupada's purport. A devotee's conclusion, this is the conclusion we need to arrive, and this has to be our momentary conclusion altogether, is that no one is directly responsible for being a benefactor or mischief monger without the sanction of the Lord. Without the sanction of the Lord. As they say, I'm sure we all of us are familiar with this quite common English saying, what? How does it go? Not a grass of blade moves without the will of the Lord. Right? Not a
Blade of grass.
Hare Krishna. Not a blade of grass moves without the will of the Lord. Nothing happens without the will of the Lord. The very fact that we are able to attend the Mangala Arti, sing and chant Hare Krishna and be in this fantastic association of devotees, it is the sheer mercy, the desire of the Lord. Has any one of us has got that capacity that we can chant on our own without the mercy, without the desire of the Lord? No. And the entire practice of Krishna consciousness is somehow or other, how can I align myself in the desire of the Lord? How can I fit myself within the plan of the Lord, within the desire of the Lord? Sri Sri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maharani ki, Sri Aurantai Bhagwan ki, Sri Sri Radha Londonisvara ki, Jai Gaur Premanandi. So, this is what we desire, to fit ourselves within the desire of the Lord. Throughout Shastras we see one who took shelter of Krishna, one who allowed himself to come within the plan, within the desire of the Lord. No harm the person, the devotee had to go through. No harm. Externally it may appear so. Externally, like further in the purport it says, Jesus Christ was seemingly put into such great difficulty. Seemingly meaning apparently, seemingly. It looks like, it appears so, it seems so. But in reality, a transcendental soul like Jesus Christ, transcendental soul like Prahlad Maharaj, like Draupadi. Look at her will. Draupadi, look at her chastity. She was seemingly put into so much of trouble by Dusasana. But she had this firm desire to be that, okay, this everything is under Krishna's desire. Everything is moving by Krishna's will. Krishna has sanctioned it. Mare Krishna Rakhe Krishna Mare ke. So in that helplessness state, she called out to Krishna, Govind Damodar Madhaveti. And Krishna appeared in front of the Draupadi, appeared in the form of sari. Dusasan, he was helpless. So throughout Shastra scriptures we see any personality who allowed himself to come under the desire of the Lord has made it, will make it all together. And this is what the mood we want to imbibe in our practice of Krishna consciousness. Somehow or other come under the fold of the desire of Guru and Gauranga. Somehow or other. Why somehow or other? Because on our own we don't have that capacity. On our own, the only thing we can do is mess things up. No more, which we have been doing since eternity. This is why we need the association of devotees, the guidance of spiritual master, someone to literally kind of hold us our hand and take us all the way through. Few fundamentals are required within the practice of Krishna consciousness. What? Sincerity of the sadhaka. Sincerity. Then somewhat mental purity, somewhat contemplation, somewhat purity, and I believe perhaps in central London little more mental purity is required, and mercy of the Lord. Mercy of the Lord. So from our side we have to invoke, our side we have to make that efforts and all, be sincere in good association of devotees, maintain some sanity, and all of this effort is to invoke the mercy and the desire of the Lord. So if we see in this purport, nothing as such is without the sanction of the Lord, but because of our limited vision or limited consciousness, we just see what is in front of us. That is what we perceive and that is what we take into. Like we humans, we are extremely talented. One of our talent is what? We love jumping into conclusions. We love jumping into conclusions. Like there's this, within devotee community and in spiritual community, I believe, there's this a talk, a message or something to help our thought process, something to help our focus. What? Once a king, he, out of his audaryata, out of his kindness, he arranged a feast for the subjects, for the citizens in his kingdom, everyone, a grand feast, and everything was set. There was some dance, drama, everything happening. King was very in a happy mood, so he arranged a feast for his subject citizens. Good mood, the king was also there in the podium with his family members and all watching, and there was a good feast being served out, lots of preparations and items, people were queuing in and taking food and enjoying the picnic. Now what happens, from the sky, eagle is carrying a snake as a food in the mouth. Some of us might know. So what, the snake as the last bit of, say, poison left over, last bit of, say, poison left over, and it drops from the snake's mouth. Say it is helpless, last bit of some poison drops from the snake's mouth, and where does it fall? It falls in the, say, the bucket of tea. Little bit of tea is left in that bucket it falls and mixes over. And the server is serving the tea. Now say 2 or 4 persons get the last servings of the tea, where the remnants of the snake's poison is there. And what happened very soon? 4 of them, swaha, consumed altogether. Now these 4 or 5 whatever, and the mood, the environment is so jolly, so happy, everything good, working is good, such nice feast, such nice picnic we are having, children are playing, all of nice music and entertainment going on. Suddenly in 30 minutes time whatever, those 3-4 personalities, they feel agitation and they leave their body, and silence, done. What just happened? What happened? What did they eat? The food, the paneer must be fine. This, that, was it the tea? What happened? Or did they have some problem from before and all? Now, quite inquisitive, a bit general by nature, and everyone is confused. What is going on? What is going on? And it's in that midst, some say young child, young boy, or some elderly person. What do they say? Oh, surely it is the king's involvement. The king has arranged it like this. He is making fun of us. He is mocking us. Look, he has done this arrangement and he has he's taking some grudge out of it. And he's sitting there and he's just relishing and enjoying, sort of. So we love jumping into conclusions. We love what? We have this, say, a problem in a way. We like to put a blame on someone. We like, okay, who should be accountable for this? Who can we blame? Who is responsible for this? So now with the limited sense and understanding, jumping into conclusion, the king done it. And if we see in the purport, what Prabhupada writes, in case of benefit, no one will deny that it is God sent. But in case of loss or reverses, one becomes doubtful about how the Lord could be so unkind. Krishna receives tremendous complaints, more than appreciation, tremendous complaints. Like Prabhupada's classes, he says, we put Krishna into anxiety. How? A thief, a family going for a holiday, they come to take darshan of the deity, Sri Sri Radha Londonisvara, and tell what? Hey, Sri Sri Radha Londonisvara, we are going for a 2-week holiday, and kindly look after the house. We have locked everything in the house, but still the alarm is there, the locks and everything is there, but still kindly look after the house. In our neighbor locality, lots of burglary happening. So fine, they offer this prayer petition to Radha Londonisvara. Then what happens? A thief enters the temple room. He also makes a prayer. What prayer? Hey, Sri Sri Radha Londonisvara, I know very much that certain and certain families are going on a holiday, and these are the holiday dates and everything. This is my prayer, kindly make it happen. Kindly make it happen, will you, that I can break in and take the valuables. What to do now? Yeah. All of this, we live in a world of complete duality, heavy duality. No? This sin, no sin, good, bad, all of this, then we question. Now imagine how many fortunate souls, they come on a daily basis to take the divine darshan of Sri Radha Londonisvara. No? Many come. And with their eyes closed, some people take darshan with their eyes closed and fold their hands and pray to Radha Londonisvara. Now, in our prayers also, various sorts of prayers we make. Like in this purport we see that one prayer is what? They say that when reverses happen, one becomes doubtful about how the Lord could be so unkind to his devotees. So one as to put him in great difficulty. One of the prayers we make is what? God, I am in so much of difficulty, where are you? Where are you, God? I come daily, I offer flowers as well and all. I've started doing one round of japa, or in general say, where are you? Then, God, what is going on? God, when will you listen to my prayers? Do you actually listen to my prayers? What is going on? Where are you? God, how is this happening? God, why do bad things happen to good people? These are the questions, right, by and large. Now, hand in heart, how many come to the lotus feet of Radha Londonisvara and pray this, ask this, what? Hey Sri Sri Radha Londonisvara, how are you? How many say this, how are you? How many? You know, our speaking, talking, everything, our japa, chanting, such a amazing structure Prabhupada has given us. When deity dressing is happening, Lordship's getting dressed, and here devotees sitting in the temple room and chanting. And this, that, yes. Now with the chanting going on, it enthuses the pujari to dress beautifully the Lordship and all this chanting happening. And this wait, that when the curtains open, now the japa should be when the curtains open and I take the divine darshan of the Lordship. So this, how are you? How many actually come and talk? And such should be our mood and practice, say giving Srimad Bhagavatam class as well, speaking, say, and all. And it is all should be by the mercy of Guru and Gaurang. We pray to be just a mouthpiece to be used by the divine will of Guru and Gaurang. So much so that Radha Londonisvara say, what did you say? Can you repeat, what did you mean? Our speaking, talking should be like making the Lordship blush, making them smile altogether. So that is the journey, that is the aim, that is the we want to attain in our practice of Krishna consciousness. We want to properly glorify Prabhupada, na? We want to please him properly. So this Prabhupada's purpose, again revolutionary. Now see the life of Prahlad Maharaj, so much inspiration for us in all of this life, but nowhere we see that any complaint made. Further down in the purport we see Prabhupada says that everyone lodges complaints before the state authorities. Everyone lodges complaints before the temple presidents. Now this is also us humans. Now we are literally quite interesting species. Making a complaint, many times looking for an opportunity. Oh, now I have a fair ground to make a complaint. Now it is legible to make a complaint. Many complaints Prabhupada received, but we doubt if those complaints were entertained. And many devotees knew that something going in my head, in my mind, okay, let me go and speak to Prabhupada and let me just bring it out. And Prabhupada would calm, settle everyone down. So now human life means what? There's various angles, various visions to see. Human life means opportunity. Human life means taking that opportunity. Krishna has always given us a choice. Always that choice, that option is always there with us. Opportunity, choice, option is always there with us. One is what? To make a complaint. Another choice or option or opportunity in front of us is what? To be compliant. To be compliant with the authorities, to be compliant with Guru, Sadhu, Shastra, to be compliant with Vaishnavas. And one who has learned to be compliant with Vaishnavas, Krishna will have no hesitation to have him. No hesitation. This opportunity for us to be living in temple, see the world population, 8.1 billion plus minus roughly. Of all the souls who have got an opportunity to reside in the community of devotees. Such select few, such rare now. And this is the practice. If we learn who does Krishna live with, lives with his pure devotees. And if we learn how to live with devotees, will Krishna ever have a problem with us? He won't have a problem in accepting us. So this, if we can somehow learn to be compliant, then we can attract the mercy of Yog Maya. Then we can attract the vision of Yog Maya altogether. Like, little bit funnily, in the Radha Londonisvara temple, I believe there are some plans of some construction or something happening. Now, in the site, one gentleman cameraman was there, and he had put the big camera. And in that camera, he told us the camera is not capturing, taking recording and all, but something to measure the length and breadth, the structure and all. So such is Yog Maya in a way, Krishna's internal potency energies. They don't see the externals. They don't see what is one's bodily appearance or anything on those lines. They see the heart, they see the purity, they see the internal mood. They see the consciousness. Pandavas, they were 7 Akshani Senas. Kauravas, 11 Akshani Senas. So many in other things as well. Now, externally speaking, Kauravas much were on the higher side, on the strength side, but consciousness. So what we need to protect is our consciousness altogether. That needs protecting. Now, some things to help our vision, our mood, our focus in Krishna consciousness, to help build our focus in Krishna consciousness. What? Does Krishna love us? We may ask now, we may think, oh, does Krishna love us, seeing this purport? Does he love us? Certainly he loves us. Certainly. Do I love Krishna? Maybe, maybe not. Depends on the mood. Depends on the mood. Do I trust Krishna? Again, sometimes hopefully I would want to trust him when I'm in deep trouble. I would want to trust him. Now, does Krishna love me? Yes. He loves each and every iota of his creation. But here is the real question. Does Krishna trust me? Can he trust me? Can he trust me? And somehow I need to give this, come into the trust factor of Krishna. If Krishna can trust me that yes, here is one, here is my devotee, there goes my devotee, I trust him for this job, I trust him for this assignment, this is my will, this is my desire, and there goes my devotee, I trust him and I empower him. That is what we want to come. That somehow or other, Krishna, yes, you can trust us. You can trust us. And within our consciousness, we need to really bring this mood that yes, Krishna loves us unconditionally. So should we. We should aspire, we should pray. So on this note, we'll take a pause if there are any questions, comments or clarifications.
You mentioned everything's under the desire of the Lord. So what is His desire?
His desire is for all of us to become a pure devotee of the Lord. Manmana bhava mad bhakto mad yaji mam namaskaru. Mam evasya satyam te. Na. Pratijani priyosi me. That is his desire. That each one of us, every one of us, become a pure devotee of the Lord. Become a pure lover of the Lord. Also in love, a mood is involved. So, what mood? Ye yatha mam prapadyante tapustateva bhajamyam. In what mood do we surrender? There are different grades, level of surrender. Krishna, I've got a job interview, I'm running late for my bus on this and that, I surrender, help me out. This sort of thing. So in what mood we call out? So yes, Krishna's desire is what? Becoming everyone he desires us to become a pure lover of him. And the path he has laid out, what? Bhagavati achalo bhavo yad bhagavat sangata. Everything by the grace of Prabhupada, divine grace of Prabhupada, pretty much everything is brought to our disposal. Big thali, Govinda's thali, everything is set up. Everything. Shastras, association, holy name, everything. All we need to do is just relish, acknowledge, get rid of our mundane conditioning or ego, any self-ego. If we can just appreciate, if we can just relish all together. So, Shastras, Bhagavad Siddhantva, Etavane vayajtam ihani shreya udaye Bhagavatiya chalo bhavo yad bhagavat sangata ihani shreya udaye. This certain udaye, this rising, this coming manifestation of certain our ultimate fortune. What? Bhagavati achalo bhavo, unto the Lordship of Sri Sri Radha Londonisvara, our achal bhav, unflinching, immovable, unshakable, transcendental emotion. How will it come about? Yad Bhagavata Sangata, when we associate with a Bhagavat personality, when we take the shelter of a Bhagavat personality. So Krishna's desire is this, that we all become a pure devotee. His desire is we all take Guru Padashraya. That we take the shelter of a bona fide transcendental personality. Does this somewhat answer your question, Prabhu?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. I wanted to ask, which probably applies to all jivas, all those who belong to Lord Krishna. We also have material desires. And if those desires are fulfilled, is that the grace of the Lord?
Whatever happens to us is the grace of the Lord. The very fact that someone gets hit by a bus also is a grace of the Lord. The very fact that someone is saved by getting hit by a bus is also a grace of the Lord. We need to have this vision, develop this vision to understand, to be able to see this, that whatever is happening is the grace of the Lord. Everything that has been designed in this world is in a way so that we can be attracted by Radha Shyam Sundar. We can be attracted by the Lord. Nothing is as such out of the grace of the Lord. See now, Lord is so merciful. So He is absolutely merciful, absolutely graceful. So that means what? When someone is like on the absolute sense, then whatever it is all grace only. Like Prabhupada writes, I believe in perfect question, perfect answer. His slapping someone also is His grace. Everything. So nothing is outside the grace of the Lord, but we do not have this vision. So okay, Krishna is slowly, steadily encouraging us. You say material desires. Krishna is helping us get frustrated from our material desires. He's helping us. And then He is facilitating everything as well, so that we can truly get exhausted, frustrated with our material desires. But the real divine intervention will happen when we take devotee association. Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Shastra. Lava Matra Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Siddhi Hoy. We are after this Siddhi, becoming a pure devotee of the Lord in whatever capacity. How will this come about? Only when we take devotee association. That is the real grace of the Lord. Otherwise, grace is being bestowed. Even who is bestowing grace for an ant and an elephant? Krishna only. The very fact that we are given different bodies and everything is His grace. But as Brahma Samhita also, Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochanana. So we need to have this vision, this thing come out. Then we can see that everything is there. Now things looking in hindsight makes sense, when we look behind, oh yes, I see, this was the plan, the arrangement, the grace of the Lord. That is also good enough. Somehow we mature in our Krishna consciousness that looking behind or looking forward or looking at the present moment. Whatever we see is the beauty and the grace of the Lord. Somehow we need to come into this consciousness. Then we can see. When the time of death strikes, it won't be past or present. It won't be past or future. It will be then and there. Then and there. And we see that also as the mercy, the blessing, the grace of the Lord. Does this somewhat answer your question, bro? Yes, bro.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you very much for your nice class. Yes, everything that you said is right, and still sometimes, even in the mind of the devotee, can be a little bit complicated to fully understand. For instance, in the 80s, 86, in Mayapur, there were a severe attack from Dekwat to the dam, and devotees were injured. The deity of Radharani was stolen, and there were a huge amount of distress. And because of this, the devotee community decided to call upon Lord Nishrigadev for protection. So was this the desire of the Lord for such events to happen in the dam, for instance?
Man proposes, God disposes, no? Whatever Krishna is doing, and when He intervenes personally, He is preparing us to experience that separation. If we see throughout in Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Chaitanya Charitamrita, wherever, what happened with Parikshit Maharaj. One fine day, as usual, he was going for his hunting and all, and one fine day he felt as if so thirsty, that, oh, I'm so thirsty. He entered into the sage ashram and not be given water and all, and he felt this thing come about, that the curse come about and all. Now, had he not the stamina to counteract the curse, he had that, but everything was arranged. Now what? So that Parikshit Maharaj experiences this separation from the Lord, a turning point. It is all to bring about a turning point in a sadhaka's life. Now, those blessed devotees residing in Sri Dham Mayapur and serving the Lordship, so much, so a tormentation. This happens in the heart, coming about in the heart. Such tormentation to create a really bring about a revolution in our consciousness. That Krishna, see, Krishna is such a personality now. You are speaking about this question, Prabhu, very nice. He is such a personality, he did not even spare his own father. In the sense, when he appeared in Mathura, you know. Now see this, when he appeared in Mathura, all the guards went asleep. The locks opened on their own. Everything happened. But the water of Yamuna so much rising, and everyone was comfortable, fine and all. It's just his father Vasudevji, he had to take so much of trouble and hardship. How do I do, what do I do, okay, in the basket, and he's carrying, and water is coming where? Up until his chin, mouth, all in water, all together. Now, if Krishna, he can make the locks get unlocked, the guards asleep and all, could he not have spared, say, his father? That, okay, make the path a bit easy, okay, Yamuna is in ecstasy, my Lord has come, let me receive and all, everything. But his father, oh, what do I do now? Now is the emotion of a father. Now them personalities, Brajvasis, they have got this such a ragatmika bhav. These are eternal associates of the Lord. They take Lord as a person, and my problem is I take Lord as God, not yet as a person. He was in such bhav, like Vasudevji, his focus, that my son Krishna, he's on the basket, I'll be careful. So much surrendered, was he not? So much sheltered, what not? But this thing come about. Now, Krishna likes excitement, such is his nature. We cannot bypass now actually. So he likes excitement, he likes this thrill, he likes this thing. And it's someone's foolishness to think that, like Asuras, they think, if we get rid of yagyas, if we get rid of brahmanas and sacrifices and all, then Vishnu will be powerless and like that, or but such is not the thing that, okay, I have the capacity to cause trouble to the Lord, I have the capacity to do this. No way. Like, and it is all to remind us how to be so much watchful. So, especially living in the community of devotees, offense is very heavy. Fault-finding mentality, this complaining and all of these little things, subtle things. And those personalities, some personality, envious personality, have this bug that, okay, I want to cause some trouble to the temple and all. Now them are envious personalities, causing trouble to Vaishnavas, causing trouble to devotees. Now Krishna's, who can save them? Who can save them when they cause trouble to the Vaishnavas? But for us, like Krishna is testing us, simultaneously we need to act as well. As devotees say, that act in such a way that everything depends on me. Naturally, if we do not look after the temple and all, everything depends on me. But pray in such a way, everything depends on the Lord. Everything depends on the Lord. So we need to act properly. We cannot just put into karma, material desire, this and that. Our personal initiative, responsibility has to be taken. And somehow in Krishna consciousness, we have to come out of this duality of good and bad and everything. So much so, the duality of suffering and liberation. So much so. For a soul proper, there is no bondage and there is no liberation as well. It is identifying with the false ego, with the material matter and body and all, then we take everything into being. So ultimately we need to pray fervently, we need to pray, we need to take shelter of Guru and Gaurang. Does this somewhat answer? Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guru. I just have one question about this verse, especially this sentence here. It says, according to the principle that the destination intended for the perpetrator of irreligious acts is also intended for one who identifies the perpetrator. So in one sense, that doesn't there have to be some ordinance, some law for example, persons who break the law, persons who do bad, if there was no identification of the perpetrators, wouldn't surely civilization would fall into chaos?
True, very true. Thank you, Prabhu. Very true, yeah. There has to be a balance in everything. So all this has to be taken, but a person first needs to see, am I the authority? Am I the appointed person or not? Is it in my position to act, to talk or think? Na? Gramya Katha, like considering our devotee association, Gramya Katha is something Mahaprabhu abhorred, disliked, hated, no good. Krishna Katha is about what we want to do and all. So, living in the community of devotees, I need not take myself, oh, I am someone's instructing guru or this and that and all. I be careful, like, am I in the position or is it in my position? By Krishna's grace, everyone and everything is being looked after, everyone and everything is taken care of. Since eternity, it is not that kings and kingdoms did not come before and will not come. It is happening. But personally, I need to see my position. And yes, that it is the responsibility of the king, of the society and everything. But in this day and age, Kali Yuga, this day and age, we humans, we love what? Backbiting. And more than backbiting, we love front biting as well, we do sometimes. Mahaprabhu has given us what? Sankirtan Yajna. Chant the holy names of Krishna. Become a pure devotee of the Lord. Give Krishna to others. That is our prime objective. And only that is going to perpetrators or all these things bring a sanity or calmness in the society. So there everyone is working, the mayor of London, everyone is engaged and all bringing about. But it is these Mahaprabhu's servants, they can bring out the real change. The Sankirtan Yajna will bring out the real change altogether. So it is not to close the eyes and anything wrong happening and we shun away from responsibility or close the eyes or move on. But we need to see our personal, individual position, the capacity, what best. And the role allotted to us is to become a pure devotee of the Lord, to chant with attentiveness, with helpless mood altogether, to call out in that sense. And then through our purified hearts, Krishna will bring about purification. Does this somewhat tie in with your question, Prabhu? Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Thank you for the amazing class, Prabhu. Yeah, I liked how you spoke about the how the Lord gives us troubles to refine and bring about a revolution in our consciousness. Keshav Maharaj uses the term destructive enlightenment, and yeah, I was wondering if you could speak a little bit more about that, because sometimes it feels like this challenge is so difficult to overcome that, I mean, personally sometimes it feels like just impossible to overcome. So how can we always just remember the Lord in these circumstances?
Good association is the key. How can we remember the Lord in challenging circumstances? Naturally we are conditioned. Krishna also understands. So different gradations. One is what? Abhyas yena tu konteya vairagyena chagriyate. So we continue our sadhana, good sadhana, we try to keep up and we detach ourselves from sense gratification, keep good company. But ultimately our consciousness has to evolve. Gradually it has to evolve so much, and it will evolve when we take Guru Padashraya, when we take the shelter of a realized soul. Only then. Otherwise, this world, what is new in this world? Just push and pull only in this world. Someone dragging us down and someone pulling us up, but both materially altogether. So we need to pray to take good association of inspiring devotees. We pray to take association of realized souls, and we pray to take Guru Padashraya. We pray to take the shelter of a transcendental, realized soul, bona fide personality. And by taking that shelter, we imbibe ourselves into their vision. We tap into their vision. We tap into their mood. Baba, you are saying about yourself, again speaking Srimad Bhagavatam, even Srila Vyasadeva Ji was not spared in a way. He wrote all the literature, Puranas, what not, everything he wrote, small books, big books, he wrote everything, medium books as well. But Vyasadeva Ji was slightly confused. What is happening? I've given day and night, I've given so much of energy, I've given so much to the temple, this, that, what not have I done? But why is it I'm not so happy? Why is it I'm a bit confused and challenged and this situation? Then what? He did not have the blessings of his spiritual master, Srila Narad Muni. He wrote it, but it was like he wasn't fully blessed by his spiritual master. Then he opened his heart to Srila Narad Muni. And Narad Muni authorized him, yes, okay, right. But now what? Right? Srimad Bhagavatam. Kadvag visargo janatag viplavo yasmin pratislokam abadvati api namani anantasya yasho ankitani yat shrinvanti gayanti grinanti sadhava. This Narad Muni said, well, tad vag visargo janatag viplavo. These sinful reactions will bring about a revolution in the consciousness of the mankind, humanity. Tad vag visargo. Now, Lord Sri Krishna's chivalrous, marvelous activities, His glories, His beauty, bring it out. Yasmin prati shlokam abhatvati api. Although in every stanza, maybe grammatically and all, a bit poetically may not be fitting in the meter and all, not coming out so well. But namani anantasya yasho ankitani yat. When his ananta, unlimited glories, name, form, beauty and all, everything gets imprinted in our consciousness, in our hearts. And that consciousness will vibrate, it will permeate. Then Shrinvanti Gayanti Grinanti Sadhava. So this is the only way out. We are troubled, so many things, our mind, sinful reactions, this and that and all. But when we take shelter of the Granth Bhagavatam, more so when we take shelter of a realized soul, a transcendental personality, only then the doors of Vaikuntha will open. Ultimate, if at all one needs to one message in Srimad Bhagavatam, entire study of Krishna consciousness. There are many different angles, visions. One shloka, one message in Srimad Bhagavatam, if we can relish, if we can appreciate, if we can fall in love with too, we will relish Krishna consciousness, anything. No time and scope for distraction or idle gossip or anything. What? Kapila Dev, he tells it out to Mother Devahuti. We see this glorifying in 3rd canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, 25th chapter, text 20. Prasangam ajaram pasam atmana kavayo vidu sa eva sadhushu krito moksha dwaram apavritam. Like somewhat your question, this, how can I liberate, how can I free myself from all this turbulence and so on? Moksha dwaram apavritam. The doors of all turbulences will be completely eradicated. When Prabhu, you take the shelter of a bona fide personality, you will be left with only one complaint. What complaint? You will tell him this complaint. Oh, I am now ever happy. This is the complaint. Only one complaint. This thing. So, prasangam ajaram pasam. This pas, heavy knot of material attachment, heavy knot, prasangam ajaram pasam, atmana kavayo vidu. The realized souls, they have deduced it from their transcendental meditation that we are heavily caught up. But what is the scope? Sa eva sadhu shukrito. That same propensity, what we have, give your mind to a sadhu, give your heart to a sadhu. Rupa Goswami says, nectar of instruction. Reveal your heart not to everyone but to a realized soul. connect with some devotee, and then Moksha Dwarama Bhagavatam. Various ways, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, whatever, but this is the message. So, thank you very much for your kind attention and participation and encouragement. Continue blessing us. Apologies, I think we ran out of time. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम महापुराण की पतित पावन शिला प्रभुपाद की जय गौर प्रेमानंदी
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So we have some book scores from yesterday. Yesterday, for the pleasure of Sri Sri Radha Londonisvara, Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, Gaur Nitai and Giri Govardhan and Srila Prabhupada, we distributed 30 small books, 120 medium books and 1 Srimad Bhagavatam set, with a total of 354 Lakshmi points. And I want to thank all the devotees who have sponsored Srimad Bhagavatam sets in the past. And the thing is,